This video is a brief history and introduction to DISC profiling. Now these are the four main people who were involved in DISC profiling from roughly the beginning to where it is today. It all started back with Empedocles, who was an early Greek philosopher back in 444 BC. Then we had Carl Jung, a Swiss psychologist back in 1921. Then William Marston, an American psychologist in 1928. And finally Walter Clark, an industrial psychologist in 1956. Empedocles was a Greek philosopher back in 444 BC. Now, just a side note, back before Empedocles, people's behaviour was based on fire, earth, air and water. Now, what Empedocles did was, what they thought before was our behaviour was based on external factors, which broke it into the four. Now, he noticed that it was actually based on internal factors and then was broken into the four, which made a big change in the way we then profile people. Now, the second person who contributed to DISC profiling was Mr. Carl Jung. And I dare say by now most of us have heard about the Myers-Briggs personality test. But from there, the history of DISC profiling fast forwards quite a bit. Through psychology itself had fast forwarded quite a bit. Now, it wasn't until 1921 that Carl Jung then re-examined these four quadrants and types of behaviour. Carl Jung realised that while behaviour styles are indeed internal, Jung attributed the difference in behaviour styles to the way we think and process information. These four styles were thinking, feeling, sensation and intuition. Now, the third person who made the biggest impact on DISC profiling was William Marston back in 1928. Now, he was a psychologist who wrote a book called The Emotions of Normal People. Now, he made a deliberate decision to focus on the psychological phenomena that were directly observable and measurable through objective means. Now, lastly, the fourth person on our list is Walter Clark. Now, he was an industrial psychologist who created an activity vector analysis. It's a check sheet of which objectives on which he asked people to indicate descriptions that were accurate about themselves. Well, what is DISC profiling? DISC profiling is a non-judgmental tool used for showing someone's behaviour. DISC profiling is not a personality profiling tool. DISC profiling is used by big companies and professionals to make sure the right person is suitable for the job position. But in our case, it can be used to understand behaviour better. Well, what does DISC stand for? DISC is the acronym for Dominant, Influencer, Steadiness and Conscientious. Now, a D style of behaviour is our dominant. And that's a person who is outgoing, task-orientated individual who is focused on getting things done and accomplishing tasks, getting to the bottom line as quickly as possible. Now, the I style of behaviour is the influencer. Now, the influencer is an outgoing, orientated individual who loves to interact and socialise and have fun. This person is focused on what others may think of him or her. Now, the S style of behaviour is called steadiness. Now, it's a reserved, people-orientated individual. Will enjoy relationships, helping and supporting other people, and working together as a team. Now, lastly, with our behaviour styles is conscientiousness, C. Now, conscientious people are very task-orientated individuals which will seek value and consistency and quality of information. These type of people are focused on being correct and accurate